I'm live right now. Hello, everybody. And I've got my YouTube open right beside me, so I know there's a bit of delay. So nobody's here just yet, but that's okay. How are we doing, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in today. We did a live literally a month ago, and it went so well. At least I thought it did. But today, today we're back. We've got 4 amazing artists. We've got writers, performers, choreographers. We've got trailblazers. We've got everybody here in my YouTube little hole for you. Wow. I can sing. I just know I can sing. Anyway, I hope you like my uplighting of my pictures at the back. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do, but they're trying to do something, and they're going to do it. So anybody who is watching, I think there's 2 people. Yay! If you've not subscribed already, why don't you just hit with your hip that subscribe button. Just do it, okay? Because it's nice and I like it. It's nice. All right, should we go to our first guest? I think it's time. It's already 7:03, so we're going to go head into it. We've got the lovely Eva O'Connor. Hello. How are you?
Sarah. Good.
You are literally just around the corner from me now, but Corona's keeping us away.
Yes, and I brought a special guest to my live, which...
Oh my gosh. Oh, this is a new one.
This is Jupiter, everyone. He's also an artiste.
Of course.
And he's 8 weeks old. So.
Oh, how beautiful. Cute. So Eva, if people do not know who Eva is, she is a writer, performer. And when I say writer, I mean... We are back. I don't know if everybody else is back. That was a mad moment or not. Let me just see if I can get Eva back in here. I completely went off. Oh my Wi-Fi went. You're back. Yay.
I'm pretty sure I was hosting the live alone for at least 1.5 minutes.
Well, that's fantastic and true professional.
I didn't host it as well as you would have, but
and I'm kind
it was mostly me looking quite confused.
Yeah, no, I'm now tethering off my phone. This is technology, but it's a slight blush on my skin now from that stress, but we're okay. We're totally fine. So how are you?
I am, well, considering it's a global pandemic and I am an artist trying to live in these times. Yeah, okay, grand, whatever. Fuck it. 2021 might be better than 2020. Sorry for swearing on your channel.
You can totally swear on my channel.
Okay, great.
Tell us what you've been writing. You've been writing various things. Do you want to talk about that, or we can talk about your cat? I mean, I don't want to force you to talk about work. I know. Boundaries.
No, I've been doing, it's okay to talk about work in a supportive environment. I'm a playwright, so I just finished writing the first draft of the play, which I recently showed to the producers, and they liked it, which was a huge relief, because, you know, when you're writing something and you just live in a hole for 6 months and you don't know if it's good or not. So that was a huge relief. Hopefully they weren't lying to me, and hopefully it will one day become a good play. Yes. I'm also co-writing a film with my friend Hildegard. So it's not actually our original idea. We're brought in as writers onto the script. So it's quite weird to work on a film that isn't your original idea, but also is still a cool project to be doing. So that's something else. Mm-hmm. And I'm writing an article for a literary journal, which is a personal essay about being an artist in a pandemic. And that's actually proving to be a little bit tricky because I feel like a bit triggering. But that's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing. That's quite a lot, Eva. What do your folks back at home make of you doing all of this? Like, I know my folks at home are like, they don't know what I'm doing half the time, and then when they do, they don't really understand it. But how are your folks?
Yeah, similar vibe, actually. They mostly don't really ask me what I'm doing. They're very supportive and lovely people, but they're my mum's worst nightmares when I tour my shows to a town near her in Ireland. I'm from Clare, and whenever I perform in either Limerick or Ennis, my mum is her friends will be texting her being like, "What time is the show on at?" And my mum will forget to text back. No, so I feel like they're really supportive. I suppose they possibly just prefer when I don't bring my weird shows to their doorstep.
Yeah. When you cover yourself in mustard and going, this is art. This is art, mommy.
Condiments,
Mommy,
baby.
come and see it. Condiments. Do you are there any other artists in your family, or are you the only one?
My mom's very creative. She's like amazing at like sewing. She's been making masks the pandemic, and she like makes incredible patchwork quilts. So she's definitely very creative. But no, not in the sense of an artist that we would refer to ourselves as in nuts people.
Nice. I was very lucky but you came in and did a few hours on my History of Ireland show, which was so great to have you, because you were quite active in the whole repeal. You don't have to say that. But you were quite active in the whole campaign for Repeal the 8th. You were doing little performance, little spots in lots of protests. I think one of the first times I saw you perform was outside the embassy in Ireland. And it was powerful.
Powerful
stuff.
That's all
I got to say about that. Powerful stuff.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, there's obviously a lot of stuff going on with abortion rights in Poland right now. So loads of Polish people stood in solidarity with Irish people when we were trying to repeal the 8th. So trying to do the same for them at the moment. But it's kind of bleak when, like, whatever about fighting for rights and things to be repealed for a better future, it's so dark when you're like defending against it and things are going backwards. Fascism. Anyway.
Alive and well. I need to do more. I saw you posted on your stories, was it just last night? There's a big series explaining to everybody, because I know before Christmas it was hell for everybody. And so I need to do more. So thank you for my reminder. If all of you
it's hard online, isn't it? It's hard when you're like being a sort of a, you can't even go to demos, or there's something about like bringing your feet and your body and your voice to something, especially if you're like a physical person. That feels like, and everyone has their own idea of what activism is, or how they, there's no right way. But I think it is tricky when everyone's at home and everyone's on the internet all day long, and you're like, are you posting into a vacuum? All that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I think I was going to that's very Irish mammy thing to do, isn't it? Sure, look, she got a new car.
Oh my god.
Oh god. The Irish, how are all your family back at home? Your Ireland, it's kicking off.
Yeah, it's kicking off. My mum's a nurse and she's like a COVID nursing home advisory nurse, and pretty tough job right now. Yeah,
for those who are watching don't know, Ireland only have a certain amount of like oxygen tanks, and I was about to say an incubator, but not incubators, because that's for babies. And what is it? What's it called? Thank you.
Care. Yeah.
And now we're apparently at the moment oversubscribed of patients against the amount of equipment we have, so it's quite serious in Ireland. But hey, we'll get through it. Come on, Ireland. Come on, Ireland. So, Eva, is there anything you'd like to shout out about? Something that you're doing at the moment you want people to know about, link them to?
I mean, I think I just performed my play. Mustard was online. It was part of a festival in the States and a festival in Ireland, but I don't even know if it's still online anymore. I made a series for BBC Three called Overshadowed, which you can still watch on iPlayer if anyone wants to check that out. About a girl recovering from an eating disorder. But yeah, mostly like most people, I don't have loads of exciting like cabaret nights or poetry nights or anything coming up, sadly. So yeah, I'm just happy to be here with you without anything much to plug.
I love that. Well, before you go, what I'd like to do is give you some quick fire questions that you can just answer as you like. Ready for this? Okay, here we go. Ready. Favorite color?
Green.
Favorite color?
Pink.
Irish. iPhone or Android?
Android.
iPhone or Android? Favorite song at the moment?
Ooh, Robin.
Favorite song at the moment?
I think there's a delay on the line, so I'm like, bleh, 10 hours later. Robin, like, post me a letter. What's her song about? Send a letter to me.
I don't know, but sounds great. Plane or boat?
Plane, even though it's bad.
And where's the first place you're going to book to go when it's safe and you can do so?
The Greek islands.
Ooh,
for the food and
where I would go too. Well, look,
and the men and the cats.
Is that where Jupiter came from?
No, Jupiter came from Lee Bridge, just down the road.
Nice. Well, look, thank you so much for joining me. You've got to go and prepare for a performance lecture tomorrow.
Yes, it's
I hope that goes really well. Love you loads, and I'm going to remove you here, and I'll see you. I'm taking it. All right, removing you. Yami, get ready. Hello, and back to me. What was the lovely Eva, my Irish buddy? We never spoke about first met. It was in Edinburgh, and I was doing a show. I mean, Eva does Edinburgh every year. Her show Mustard, she was like, oh, I'm not so sure. I'll go up this year. And she wrote this play in like 2 months, and she went up and did it for 2 weeks and won awards. So yeah, she's one of them. She's one of them. One of them as in being talented. One of them. Anyway, it was lovely to talk to her. Who do we have? We've got 5 people in. Someone text in here who's here? Let me know how you're doing today. If you've got any questions for anybody I'm talking to, let me know. 5 is cute. Like 5's cute. I love 5 people being here. You know, it's nice. And don't be shy. Just text in. So coming up next, we've got the wonderful Yami Lofvenberg. You're on mute. Make sure you unmute yourself. Hello.
How are you doing? You have like a slight delay.
Do I have a slight delay? That's fine. Well, do you know what? I'm not going to panic this time like I did with Eva. I'm just going to just speak and then wait.
There you go.
Oh, we're getting this. Oh, we've got Kirsty is here watching. We've also got Anwar watching. They're here. They're here. So people also might know you by the other name, which is Rowdy.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Love Child has many names.
Rowdy by nature, rowdy by name. I'm just going to, Gary's just texted me, so I just want to make sure he's a
sing-song situation going on today.
Gary's saying, you say again?
I said I'm loving the sing-song situation we're having, the sing-song moment we're having today.
Well, the thing is, I've got to, because I think that this connection is that bad at the moment because I'm tethering off my phone. I'm too scared to go back on my Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to keep singing for everybody and we'll just see how we go. Do you know what I mean?
Sure, I mean.
Hope for the best. It looks like on the internet you are? This internet connection is really bad. I'm going to persevere. Yami, tell me, how are you? What you got some big news. I saw you announce it finally on the old internets.
Yeah, so I managed to get some money in the pandemic, so it's all good. I managed to get some hard cash from the Arts Council, you know, squeezing the last little bit of juice that they have given out. This is my 3rd time lucky though, because the first time it got suspended because, you know, Panady and all. Yeah, I managed to get 3rd time lucky. I managed to get some money for my show. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Congratulations. It's so hard to, when you get a rejection from Arts Council, to go back in again, but sometimes it is just whoever's on the table with you. So well done.
Yeah, I think, I mean, you know, considering the situation we're in now in the landscape of art, you know, being Black and female, I mean, it's looking real good for us right now. We're the fashion right now. So yeah, I'm gonna cash in on it for sure. That's right. The Pamela Demick, the Panny D, the all of the names.
Using them all. I mean, you bet cashing in on it right now is the right way. But also, I mean, you are bloody brilliant. You've done you do such good work, and you work with amazing people, and your work is. I remember seeing you first. Now you spoke about this before. Seeing one of your first. I don't know if you're one of your first solos, but seeing you first perform at Rich Mix years ago. I remember going, "Whoa, she's cool. She's cool. She's great." Yay! Where did we first meet? Was it on Able?
It must have been Able. Able was a program, and it was for future leaders. And I remember crying my way into the program because clearly did not think I was a future leader at all. And I remember just like shitting myself being in the room with everyone thinking, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? But it actually turned out to be like a massive milestone in my career and pushing through and actually realizing that I have a voice and that I've got something to say. And I think we bonded for sure because, you do contemporary, which I think is hilarious. And I do hip hop. And together we do contemporary hip hop. So yeah,
we both insult each other's styles, which I'm here for.
All for it.
Yeah, no, that was a really good program. It was run by Impact Dance by Hakeem Onabudo, and it was really, I think for both of us, probably came at a really good point in our careers where we were starting to think about coming out of like our safety or what we knew is not like our usual kind of work and try to make our own work. It was a really good point for me anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's I think a lot of development programs are always sort of, it is interesting when they come and how they come into your life. I'm on one right now. It's a development program for directors for the Yard. It's called Live Lab. And once again, I'm a performer, I'm a maker, but at the same time, I do movement direction. And I always thought to myself, like, I like direction. So I wanted to delve into a little bit more of that side of me. And taking a step on this development program was a huge step. Once again, I was scared. I was shit scared. I'm thinking, oh, should I apply? Should I apply? They're going to find out I'm not a director. But then realizing actually there's so much within me that does direct, and that I'm supposed to be on this program. All of these things in your life comes at a certain point in your life when you feel like you think that you're not ready, but then you jump onto it, and then you actually are ready, and you go with that flow. It's very interesting.
Yes, I really can't wait to hear how it goes for you and what it's like. I remember when you were telling me about it, I was like, oh, that sounds absolutely incredible, but also definitely the right step for you, I think, as well.
Yeah. I mean, there's a part of me that that really is like scared of the word director, and there's a part of me who feels like, I mean, as a natural person that likes to tell people what they do is also something that's so part of me as well. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yay! I just want to say to people who are watching, I can see it's really bad, especially on my camera, it's very bad quality, but I'm going to download it from the app where it's much better and re-upload it. So just listen like it's a podcast, you know what I mean? Just enjoy it.
Or enjoy the
is there anything you'd like to
of Sarah? The artistic flow of, like, the unknown.
Yeah, the grainy look is, what I'm choosing right now. I'm thinking, you know, like 80s VHS look is what I'm looking for. So, you know how it is. By the way, I did hear you say Pamela Demick, and I was like, yes, that is hilarious. We'll be stealing that. Thank
It's so funny because I
you.
was speaking to my friend, and my friend was like saying something, and I was like, yeah, you know, because, you know, it's a Pamela Demick. And they were like, oh, what? Pamela Demick is on your course? And I was like, oh my God, yes, she's on my course.
Oh, I love the memes. I mean, also, this is probably TMI, but Yami always sends me through all these memes and stuff. We're like the meme queen. If you follow her on the Insta, it's so funny. I don't know where you find them all. I mean, mainly from Hun's Net, but
great
all these,
channel.
the
Everyone
funniest.
follow Net. Great channel, great channel. You know what it is though? I think what's really important for me is, like, you know, people are talking about self-care, you know, people are talking about, you know, how, you know, depression is real. Like, a lot of people are going through some serious stuff right now. And I think one of the things that's super important is, I think the only thing we can do, the only thing that we can afford ourselves is to laugh and just have like a good laugh, like good cry, but also because we're talking a lot about crying, we talk a lot about, like, you know, like screaming out into the ether, but also I think laughter is such an important medicine, Jamin, and something that's so important to keep and to hold and to just revere. I think laughter can heal so many things in so many situations. You know, like you might have lost, you know, you might have to do your tax credit and it's like 11:59, and but at the same time, if you watch like a funny meme, everything can just go away. So yeah, I think memes are very important.
Yeah, laughter is hugely important. It's got me through this whole year. Well, yeah, it's been a lot. It has been a lot.
Yeah,
says
yeah,
me.
and also, like, what, you know, the stuff that we make, like creatively, you know, if you can't, like I do, like you do comedy, I do comedy with a lot of things that we make, and you know, I feel like if we can't laugh at our pain, I feel like sometimes we can't really truly heal through that pain if we can't laugh at it. So, you know, that's the kind of, you know, you and me both do that kind of work, and I think it's just so important, you know, to have laughter.
I don't know. I did that. Sorry, I just want to sing all the time. I do not know why. You are?
Maybe you're gonna do musical next.
I think I need to write my own songs, but they will just be like, I don't know. I'm so annoying. Thank you so much for joining me. Before you go, I want to give you some quick fire questions. You ready for this? If you were a drink, what drink would you be and why?
I'll be a ginger beer, and why is because ginger beers are sweet, but it has a nasty kickback, like a spicy kickback. So yeah, I'm nice, but I can give you a kick.
Rowdy. And name, Rowdy by nature. Okay, favorite game as a child?
Favorite game? Oh, Monopoly. A lot of things can happen in Monopoly. A lot of things can happen in Monopoly. You know, families can break apart, things can mend.
I love it. The theatre, your theatre career started in Monopoly, getting all the drams. Favorite colour?
Black.
Nice. Favorite Kit Kat or Twix?
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. And last one, tea or coffee?
Tea.
Yay! Thank you so much, Yami. You've been amazing. If you can, wait till the end and we'll bring everybody up just to say goodbye. But if you can't, do not worry. I'm going to go to Vijay and see how this goes. Thank you so much for moving you. Thank you. Thank you, everybody who's sticking around. Got 6 of you, 6 of my favorites. If any of you are watching who are not subscribed right now, why don't you subscribe? Right, coming up next, we've got Cooking with Vijay. Here he comes, Vijay Patel, adding to my screen. Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I am good, thank you. How are you? Where are you cooking still? You said you're going to be cooking before talking.
No, so look, I've got the apron on. I'm still cooking. I'm waiting for my eggs to boil. Yeah. So
what are
it's
you...
like halfway. We're at like a simmering stage now, so I'm simmering everything, conversation as well as. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So simmering veg and simmering conversation.
Oh, we like to simmer here. So Vijay, we don't know each other so well. We kind of love with each other over Instagram over pandemic time. But I think I'm definitely been aware of your work for ages. You're a theatre maker, writer, dramaturg, you're everything. What other jobs would you add to that? I don't know.
I vegetable cosplay. I do vegetable cosplay around my kitchen, dressing up as veg.
Yes.
Yeah, which you'll be aware of. If anyone's checked out my Instagram, will see that I dress as vegetables around my kitchen.
You do indeed.
I, at the moment, am focused on doing neurodivergent advocacy. So what I do in the pandemic times when I can't do my regular theatre work, is I'm advocating for better conditions for neurodivergent people. And I started that through the Freelance Task Force last year. If anyone was aware of the Freelance Task Force, was a national initiative with organisations sponsoring freelancers, and I did some of the work of producing a document for making better conditions for neurodivergent freelancers, which was like a calls to arms of how we can better support neurodivergent creatives.
Amazing. And how have you found the response to it has been? Do you feel organisations are actively ready to receive you and everything?
Yeah. Well, so I think there's quite a lot of work going on around that. Not just me doing it. It's quite a few different initiatives at the same time happening. So I think organisations are aware that work is happening by very different people from all different areas of the country. So I think it's on everyone's radar right now as one of the things, like vital things that needs to happen. Yeah, so the response to the document that we created in the summer last year was really positive. Lots of organisations kind of signing it, but also following up with, okay, we need to listen to like the outcomes and like further research that happens. So I think people are like willing to listen, which is really good. As someone who's autistic, it's quite reassuring to know that when the sector kind of reopens, that it will be a little bit more, hopefully a little bit more equitable. I can't speak today. Equitable for various groups of people.
Yeah,
and that access is like really, really key when it comes to neurodivergence, and that we have better access and understanding that access is not everything you can see. Sometimes things that you can't see that's going on in the brain.
Yeah, I am hoping at the very beginning of lockdown 1, I felt I was really hoping that the kind of leveling out of humans in the world was going to make a positive change when things reopened. And I was so excited when I saw, was it you? Who are you partnered with? Was it I want to say Sophie, but it's not Sophie. Rachel.
Rachel Young, yeah, on the task force, yeah.
Yeah, you two were together. I was like, yes, these two are going to make a difference. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, there's also a great another initiative called Every Brain UK, which is kind of led by Ali Wilson, who's based in Manchester. That's another great. So I'm just going to do a little shout out there for another really great funded project. But currently I've got an Arts Council DYCP to further that research on my own, with a bit more like focus on like my practice and what my practice is going to be shifting into, like alongside being an artist and being alongside being a theatre maker and writer, but actually kind of taking like a step change in my practice a bit.
That's amazing.
So yeah, just for like longevity and seeing what that's like.
Yeah, I think if you at the moment have that energy to be that person that's going to speak up and stand out, then do it. It's going to make such a difference. I don't think I've seen anybody doing what you're doing at the moment, so I'm like excited. Are you able to talk about your new show that you're writing with your brother, or we don't talk about that?
So it's very early stages, but I'm hoping by the end of next year, fingers crossed, it can kind of like manifest into something practical. But I'm making a show with my younger brother, who is at the moment he's 12. By the time the show goes on, he'll be like mid-teens. So we'll hopefully be doing a show together, on stage together. So it'll be the first time not doing a solo show, but doing it as a duo show with another family relative, which would be really it's exciting, it's nerve-wracking, it's all the emotions, because it's working with a younger person who doesn't really know what live art is, or I'm kind of getting him into the early kind of understanding of live art, like sending him shows to watch and sending him ideas of things and being like, the show might look like this, or it might look like this, and look at this person's work. So it feels like I'm giving him a very early lesson in kind of first year undergrad BA theatre degree at the age of 13. Yeah, at the age of 12, 13, and then by the time the show goes on, where he'll be about 14. Nice. So there's a huge age gap between us, but I think it's interesting having a younger person's, because he's also got Asperger's, so having his perspective of living with Asperger's versus mine at like 30, so like, very different kind of perspectives on that. By the time the show goes on, I'll be 30 probably.
God, ancient.
No, not ancient.
When you told me about the show, I was super excited. You just need to get him dressing up like vegetables in his kitchen, right? Surely that'd be step one of getting him ready.
That'll be part of the R&D process, I'd imagine. But we're in the process of like planning stages of like how this is going to happen. There's like nothing like actually happening right now in terms of that show. But hopefully towards the end of this year, we might have some plans in place for like how we might start making it. But it will happen at some point. It's just a matter of when.
Oh, lush. Well, I cannot wait. Is there anything else before I go into your quick fire that you would like to tell us about?
Not really, no. If anyone would like to follow me, I'm on at Vijay Patel on Twitter and Instagram, and then you'll find out more about my work there, but also vegetable cosplay and all of that stuff. So yeah, you can find me on those socials. Other than that, I just hope that everyone's doing well and keeping safe and keeping as kind of as best as you can, really. It's tough time. So I think if I was going to say about any shout out for the last thing, it's to everyone watching. Hope you're well and safe, and yeah.
You scrumptious person, I want to eat you up. All right, quick fire questions. Here we go. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Mars or Snickers?
Snickers.
Favorite color?
Blue.
Celebrity crush?
It's quite outdated, but David Beckham.
Do you know what? I always say David Beckham as well, and people were like, "What?" But there's something about that. I just the kind of footballer, rough, but yet still dripping with the.
Well, I say outdated not because he's aged, but because no one says David Beckham anymore. No one says David Beckham.
Apart from me, babes.
Apart from you, me and you only.
I'll share him with you, I promise. Well, look, thank you so much. If you can wait around to the end, say goodbye to everyone, but you don't have to if you've got to go and make your eggs.
My eggs are pretty much done, so I'm gonna have to attend to those. But thanks for having me on here.
Thank you. I'll see you on the gram. Love you loads.
Bye, love.
Bye. I can see Gary's getting ready. He's put his hat on. He's been doing his lipstick. He looks great. He's in the wings. Just to say to anybody who's clicked in, I can see that my my camera is really bad. It's because we had a bit of a technical difficulty, and I'm tethering off my phone. So I'm going to have to re-upload this. But look, we just keep going. We just keep going. All right. Anybody who's watching, let's play along. What's a quick fire question to you? Snickers or Mars? Let us know in the comments. Gary, I'm bringing you in. I'm bringing you in. Here he is.
Hello, how you doing?
I am good. I mean, I could have done with the Wi-Fi working tonight, but apart from that, I'm good.
It's a good job during this pandemic. We can really rely on technology, isn't it, Sarah?
I mean, I thank the Lord that we can rely on this technology. Because what's annoying about this is I'm going to re-upload it, but all the views of the people watching will be gone. I mean, all the 8 views of the people, 8 people watching, which will count, you know. We got Linda likes Snickers, Gary, and Anwar likes Mars. So we've got different people.
Well, yeah, but different days.
Are you a Snickers or a Marser?
Depends what day it is, Sarah.
Do you know, I'm not going to lie to you. Every day last week, I had a Mars bar for lunch.
But this week you might have a Snickers because it's February. You know, it depends what time of year it is, how you're feeling, how you've slept that night.
I agree.
I think in this day and age, it's better to just be open to all, isn't it? It's just better to say I like everything rather than being very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would agree. I would absolutely agree. That little private message here. Sneaking away to eat. Yami, she won't be back. It'll just be me and you to the end. That's all right, because we are here a bit later than I thought. So, Gary, you said you didn't want to talk about work, which I'm fine about that. But maybe I'll just tell everybody, Gary is the most amazing choreographer, director, performer. I mean, he is somebody who I literally go, I am in a boo-boo.
Oh, stop it.
Look up. That's me looking up to him in dance and song. And he's rough as fuck like me. So that's why we bond. No offense. Love you.
Yeah, I love you too. We do. No, and when I say work, it is just more about, we can talk about work, but everyone just seems to be doing the same thing, which is trying to survive. I mean, you're lucky at the minute because am I right in thinking you've got a project on the go or something, which is amazing. You know, whereas I'm still in my bedroom, still trying to run a dance company.
Yes, very lucky. Last week and this week have been in the studio with a small commission, small, maybe I shouldn't say small, with a commission from Greenwich Dance called Arts Unboxed. And we are creating a piece of work to be put into this menu thing. I mean, I'll leave details down below so you can read it and explain it more. But I'm working with Annie Hanauer she's an a dance artist, so we're creating.
Which was about 3 years ago now. I was looking at my phone. It was 3 years ago since we were in Paris doing Jerome Bell's piece. So, yeah, I can't believe it's that long ago.
It does. Oh my gosh, that was fun, and probably one of the most amazing things I've ever done. Wasn't it amazing?
It was. I mean, it was so great for me as well to actually go from choreographing quite heavily for many years to then going back on stage and performing, but not just any show, you know, this amazing iconic work with this amazing group of people. And what was brilliant is that you didn't have to be your average dance body. So I mean, at that point as well, my body had completely changed. I didn't have the technique and the stamina that I used to have. So, and it celebrated all of that, which I really loved. So I loved that project for many, many reasons. And the people were just amazing. And we had some great laughs and brilliant times and tears and memories. It was fantastic.
So on that project, I was kind of an assistant. I was kind of like assisting everybody, just being an extra pair of hands. So when the shows were on, I was backstage being I don't know what I was doing, but backstage making sure everything's running fine. Anyway, but some of my favorite memories are just watching. Well, I mean, but being side stage is probably one of the most magical places you can ever be. But watching you with a big curtain and then just watching the dust from the curtain just go everywhere on stage.
Oh my God, I forgot about the curtain. Yeah, I totally
and all the theatre and the theatre technicians going, what's he doing to our well-hung curtain? He's ruining it.
I know. It was like the worst person to give it to was the lad from Barnsley, a curtain to wave. It's like, I wasn't just going to tickle it, was I? I mean, I remember in one venue, it almost came down because I was really going. I was like, don't give a kid from a council estate a curtain to tear down, because they will. It will come down. I forgot about the curtain wave. Oh, anyway, that was because
that wasn't your track. Oh, sorry. Oh yeah. What? Delay. I was going to say that wasn't your original track, but it was after somebody got injured in the first show. Remember the first show? We got 2 people down.
Yeah.
And then you to jump in. It was a mad one.
Yeah. I got some good muscles from that, though.
Where do you live now?
Oh, well, I'm in Barnsley at the minute. I'm back in Grimethorpe. So because of lockdown, I'm back with my family. Lots of different reasons. So yeah, back at home with my sister and my mum. It's brilliant. It's so good. We had like meat and potato pie yesterday, and we have cooked breakfast and do quizzes together, and I help out the chores and things. It's really, really nice. And it's so much better when you're at home as an adult than it was when you're a kid, because you just learn to understand what it's like to be an adult. So it's really lovely to spend time with them, because I'm always on tour or around the country doing lots of different things. So it's actually been really nice. First couple of lockdowns were fine. This one's hard, as I'm sure everyone's finding it a lot harder. Just with the weather, the time of year, the amount of deaths daily, I just think it's tougher than what it was. But I feel very lucky and blessed that I'm surrounded by a great family, and we're all doing very well.
Good. Yeah, no, I can't get my head around the numbers. I check them every day and I'm just like, what is happening? Anwar just asked in the comments, what was the show with the curtain wave? I missed it. It was Jerome Bell's The Show Must Go On, and we were working with Kanduko, who worked with them on it, and Gary was one of the cast members. He was given the curtain part of it.
Yeah.
So during lockdown, though, you've been doing Gary Clarke Dance Digital.
Yeah. Well, we were halfway through a tour when COVID happened. So, like, literally on a train on the way to Scotland, and then COVID happened, and the director of the theatre just said, turn around, go home. So we were left with all of this funding from the Arts Council, all of these dancers and people in contracts with no show. So we spoke to the Arts Council, and they just said, look, pay everyone's contracts, which was amazing. Really, really generous. But rather than just sitting on the money and doing nothing, we just went, right, let's use this as an opportunity to put things out online, which I've never done before. You know, we've never had a digital platform ever or a digital presence. It's never been something I've worked with. So over lockdown, it's been a really good opportunity to learn about how to deliver projects online. And I'm getting better at it and I'm getting used to it. And I think it's got its values. I'm scared that it'll take over live touring shows because it's cheaper and the reach is bigger. So I'm really trying to hold on to the work that we do is live. But it's good. I mean, I'm lucky because I work with Hans de Kretzer, who are a brilliant like marketing company, and they help me do all of the detailed bits about how to reach people in social media. But it's been good. Yeah, we've had, like many companies, we have good moments and then moments where it's less successful. But I think that's just part of the learning of the digital world. So yeah, it's good. I think it's set us up for the future as well of going, you know, if we do want to go live again, that actually there's different ways of having content online as a company. And I never knew that existed until now. I don't know what I thought Facebook was before, but, you know, suddenly when you're forced to use it and forced to use the platform to deliver, then you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. Well, I've really been enjoying everything you've been doing on Instagram, all the classes and the interviews and stuff. It's been great. I've loved it.
I think the aim is to somehow continue and develop that strand, like I said, later on. So yeah, not all bad actually. It's been quite good. I'm lucky that we had that money, that we had that funding, and rather than the Arts Council taking that back, which they could have done because it, you know, it was a substantial amount, they just said redirect it, use it, which I thought was amazing. And we've never been in a position like this, you know, in the arts. So the fact that they allowed us to redirect it, I thought was very, very generous. Like, I think the Arts Council did and are doing amazing, and they're having to make some tough decisions. So I can only applaud them for how they're trying to get through this.
I would agree. I mean, I also have an Arts Council bid in waiting to hear from them. So that might change my my opinion might change. No, but I thought they're being very generous, and we were at the end of a rehearsal process, and I was able to still pay everybody for the time we didn't do. So I felt that was really, really nice to be able to do that.
Yeah, and I think, remember, they do have tough decisions to make, and it's tougher now more than ever. And of course, it's going to be disappointing if you don't get funding. I mean, we just got, you know, rejected for a not an application, but an expression of interest, just because the funds aren't there. And we just had to take it on the chin and go, okay, then what do we do next? It's about just reshaping what you're doing rather than just giving in.
100%. You can't kick this old dog down.
Absolutely not.
That's nice. Musically, I'm dance trained. See that? See, I could just bounce.
Straight back.
Check me out. Thank you. So, is there anything else you'd like people to know before I give you your quick fire questions? Would like anything to say, shout out about? Not
really, no. Other than, you know, with Gary Clarke Company is still going. We're having a bit of a quiet time because of obviously COVID, but the plan is to possibly be setting up a big limited company to go for NPO status, which of course most people go, but it feels like that's definitely the next stage for us if we want to keep making the work that we want to make on the scale that we're making it. So that we're spending a lot of time backstage now, doing a lot of that writing, a lot of that pulling together of, you know, a strong board and getting all of the things in place so we can be a little bit more sustainable, actually. But of course, that's way down the line, and who knows what's going to happen in the future. But we've also got some professional development opportunities coming up, because we're doing a lot online for like classes and the communities, but there's just a lot of professional artists out there that I know that are alone and out of work and are not doing much. So as a company, I'm trying to pull together a program or an intensive just for professional artists. to collaborate and meet new people and network and play and try ideas out. Just a way of keeping our industry alive and keeping inspired. And we've got the capacity to do that and the resources. So, yeah, that's kind of what we'll be doing next, I think.
I'm super excited for you all. Go, Gary Clarke Company. Okay, you ready for your quick fire questions?
Yes, go.
Let's go. Okay, the job you wanted as a child.
Say that again.
The job you wanted as a child.
To be a bus driver.
That's very good job. That would be, good pension, stable. Mars or Snickers?
Snickers.
Oh,
depends
you
what
got to
day
answer.
it is.
You can't say. Okay. Favorite color?
Purple.
Ooh, okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea. Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire tea. And celebrity crush?
Depends what day it is.
Okay, so today, who's your celebrity crush?
Do you know who I'm really attracted to at the minute? And I don't know why, but Roman Kemp. Do you know the radio DJ? He's really grabbing my attention. And I keep going, what is that? And I don't know what it is. I mean, he's like this young lad on the radio. I just find him quite charming. But, I might change my mind tomorrow.
Well, I love that. Well, look, Gary, thank you so much for coming on. You are amazing. I'm going to remove you from the room now. Have a good one. I'll put all the details of all your stuff down below in the description afterwards. So thank you.
Thanks, Abby.
Bye. Well, look, thank you all so much for watching. I do apologize for the quality. I am going to try and see if I can upload from the StreamYard software up onto it. It's because I'm tethering from my phone. If you're watching this and you've liked it, please do like the video, even though we'll have to upload it again and you have to like that one, okay? But promise me you'll come back and just rewatch or something, or you can I don't know, just let it play in the background. I'm not desperate. I'm not desperate. Also, if you're not subscribed and you're watching, please subscribe. I would love that. Who is still here watching? Let me know who is here in the room. Which of any question? Let's give you one more. Let's say, what job did you want as a child? Let me know in the chat box. Let me know that. So just to say thank you all so much. I have been I'm going to try out a new way of doing my YouTube vids, I'm hopefully starting from next week. Don't hold me to that. No, hold me to that. Hold me to that. And I want to get your feedback, see if you like them. I'm just going to try out a new way of doing it because, still in its infancy and I can still try things out. So yes, if you're watching, please do let me know job you wanted as a child. I want to stay here. Here we go. A hairdresser or work in a shop. That's my sister, Linda. Babe, you did both of them. Hi. I'm going to give you a little sister spud to you there. You achieved both of those things. And I'm proud of you. Anwar, you wanted to be a vet. And now you're an actor and a YouTuber and a dancer and a performer and a masseuse. Proud of you too. But do you know what? I wanted to be not a vet. What do I want to be? What's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word, but it's to do with animals as well. Maybe that's why we're kind of kindred spirits, Anwar. The two of us, animals. Anyway, well, look, there's no more coming in now. I was going to say thank you all so much for tuning in, all 7 of you now. We went up to 9 at one point. That was exciting. Oh, archaeologist Kirsty. Kirsty, my friend Kirsty has a dino tattoo on her jokes. It's on her arm. Oh, I gave that away. I was like on here and then I went, do you know what I mean? I could have been a really funny joke, but probably not for YouTube. Oh, I don't know. not being monetized yet. It doesn't matter. I think it's Emma coming. Emma Abbey. Is she messaging now? A pilot. Emma, why aren't you a pilot? Because that would have been so good, handy for me. That would have been so handy for me. God, Emma, imagine the kind of life we would have had if you could have been a pilot. And here we are on a YouTube that's really grainy, VHS 1980. Oh, that's the life. Well, look. Well, actually, out of the four of you have answered there, Linda, you did it. You achieved your what would little Linda say about you now? She'd be like, yes. But look, I'm glad see, Linda, basically, I get the haircuts. Anwar, oh, I get his love. Kirsty, I get your love. Emma, I get your brain. Okay, it's fine. Actually, it's all right. Do you know what? It's fine. We're all fine. We're all fine. Stay in the jobs you are right now. Anyway, I'm blabbering. I'm absolutely blabbering. I can hear my dinner being made for me. That's it. Next door, because, you know, 21st century wife. And love you all again. Thank you so much for all your support. I love you all. If you like this video, please do like it. And then when I re-upload, please like it again. Just let it play, okay? See you next Monday. See you later. Goodbye.